and welcome once again to C3 here on Brain Pulp TV. The show we go over some of the many card combinations in Magic the Gathering with the usual emphasis on budget and fun. For today's card combo, we're going to start with this guy here, the Barrage Tyrant. Now a 5/3 creature for 5 mana isn't exactly great, however he has the built-in ability to sacrifice another colorless creature to deal damage equal to that creature's power to target creature or player. Well, it's quite a mouthful, but let's go over that in a little more detail here. First off, we can take a moment and just enjoy the flavor text, as it is awesome for this creature. However, the more we focus on the actual rules text, I find two huge words that really kind of neuter this card. Now the first one is the word colorless, and it makes absolutely no sense. Basically your Barrage Tyrant is throwing minions and little creatures at your opponents, but he's going to stop short if that creature is of a certain color? It doesn't even make sense. He's like, "Smile, you son of a..." Oh wait, you're a green creature? Ew. You're a racist, sir. Which is a shame, because if you weren't, you would pair very nicely with the Stonewalker here. Whenever you would trigger his Landfall, you'd get a 3/1 Elemental, which before the end of the turn, instead of it just getting exiled, you could actually sacrifice it to do 3 damage to target creature or opponent. That's actually a pretty nice little combo. However, it doesn't work because of the color stipulation. The other stipulation is that he cannot sacrifice himself. It has to be another creature, which I will fully admit kind of makes sense because he can't exactly throw himself at your opponent. But he does have 4 arms, so I mean, pretty sure he could think up something. Well, now that I've gone to great lengths to talk about what this card can't do, let's focus on what it can do. Now in general, when you're sacrificing, you do want to sacrifice smaller creatures. And there are a couple of very popular small creatures that have recently come out that are colorless. There's your Scions and your Thopters. However, 3 mana to sacrifice a creature to do 1 damage? I don't exactly like that deal. I'd be happier with a Thopter. However, if you happen to cast a buff spell on these little guys, say a Thopter went through unblocked and you were to cast Artful Maneuver or Titan Strength, or maybe you're playing green and you Titanic Growth the Scion, as long as you have the mana left over, you can essentially get double value out of these cards. If you had an unblocked Thopter go through and you say cast Become Immense on it, you can essentially be looking at doing 14 damage to target opponent if you've got the mana. Now we're getting somewhere. Even the big guys can get on this action. If you've managed to drop your Desolation Twin here and his buddy shows up, they're chest bumping, they're high 20ing, they're ready to do some damage. But then your opponent pacifies them, or about to bone splinter them, or finds another way to tap, or another way to make them useless. Then your Barrage Tyrant can just kind of throw them at your enemy. 10 damage for 3 mana is actually a pretty fair trade. I gotta say though, my favorite card to combo with this would have to be one that just rotated out of standard. Scuttering Doom Engine. Now he's a pretty good colorless creature to have in general, but if your opponent has some tough blockers in play, you might be getting nowhere slow. If you use your Barrage Tyrant, you can sack him to do 6 damage, then the Doom Engine's death trigger will kick in, bam, another 6. Or if all your opponent has is a bunch of weenies, 1 successful attack and you can sack him to do a total of 18 damage. 18 damage! Now there's a win condition. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but it can definitely be funny. Well, those are this week's crazy card combos. If you can think of another colorless creature you'd like to sack with this guy, feel free to leave in the comments. But remember, colorless has to be colorless or else Hitler here will have nothing to do with him. Thanks for watching all of our Brain Pulp stuff, and we'll see you next time.